How are you doing? So I wanted to give you a bit of an insight into what my fitness routine is like at the moment. It's very, very minimal. But the point about it is that when we're consistent, things happen in life. You don't have to be this massive gym bro. You can build up to things very slowly, very gently, very carefully. Every single morning, I leave my house at about 5 o'clock in the morning. And that's it. And we just crack on and off we go. Now, it takes around 86 to 90 minutes to achieve 10,000 steps. And it works out to about 5 miles or 8 kilometers. As you can see, we're well into autumn now. The leaves are falling. There's still loads more. The birds are still happy though. Yeah. And this is what I enjoy about it. It's calming, it's peaceful. Early in the morning, there's not as many people around. And it's nice and peaceful. And you wake up to the sound of the birds. It's beautiful, really. Absolutely beautiful. Being outside and doing this every single day has been one of the best things I have genuinely ever done for myself in my life. I was a regular drinker, but it was becoming, and I don't like to say it, but it was becoming a bit of an issue, the drinking. As well as drinking every night a few bottles of beer, I'd end up drinking a couple of glasses of Southern Comfort, which was my favourite additional tipple, shall we say. And that's fine when it's regular, when it's not too much. But if it comes to the point where you think, I'm not going to have one tonight, but then you get irritable and you're taking that out on other people, that's not a good thing, is it? That's not a good thing at all. And it even got to the point where if I'd finished a bottle and I went to the shop and bought another bottle, but I wouldn't tell my wife, and I actually went and hid the bottle in the summer house, and I'd go into the summer house and have a quick drink. And that's definitely not good. You know, you've got to recognise the signs. You think, is this normal? Is this normal behaviour? Anyway, I had a pain in my foot, but at the same time I had been working 7 days a week for a few weeks, and it's very physical, very hard, intense physical work, and I was getting tired. I started to get this pain in my foot, and I put it down to the work, but my mum said maybe it's gout. So I looked it up, and it can be related to alcohol, and you can actually lose limbs, you can lose hands, you can lose feet. I thought, there's no way I'm doing that. So I told myself, you know, I'm just going to give it a break for 2 weeks. 2 weeks, I'm going to give it a break. And I did. And I actually started to feel so much better as a result of that. And that 2 weeks turned into, well, at least a year and a half. And I've never felt better, and from that it's led me to start walking every day, which is now nearly coming up to a year. And you know, I've never been more grateful in my life to come out. I know it's autumn and it's still dark at this time, 5 o'clock, 5:30, but we do see a sunrise a little bit later on, but it's nice to be out. It's nice to be out, and it's calming and it's peaceful and it's pleasant. Even though we're on a busy main road, it's not quite busy at the moment. But this is what life's all about, isn't it? Finding those moments of peace, waiting for the world to wake up. It's just you and Mother Nature, and that is pretty special. So the thing is, it's never too late. It's never too late to change your life. You can change your life, but it actually starts with a single decision. Literally. It just literally starts with you one day saying, I've had enough. I've had enough. It stops now. It stops here. This is where the new me begins. And that's literally it. It's some words that come out your mouth. And once you've said that, and you actually take a step, that is when things begin to change. That's when things begin to improve. And you'll never regret it. Now, walking is one of the easiest things to do for most people. And obviously, a lot of people struggle with walking. But if you can walk around the block, if you can walk up the stairs, if you can do a single push-up, you can begin that change, that process of change. And so I say to you, if you want change in your life, it really is as simple as just making that decision one day in your mind and saying, yeah, something's got to change, something's got to give. And I'm going to change. And then one day, you start taking the necessary steps. And life begins to look a whole lot better. And so what I did, I began with walking. Just walking. And I started to appreciate nature. I started to appreciate seeing the sun coming up. I started to appreciate hearing the birds. And I started to appreciate seeing dogs coming up towards me, wanting me to pat them, and they were wagging their tails. And other people, obviously dog owners and other walkers, would say, good morning. And there's one lady I actually pass most mornings, and she always says good morning to me. There's a bit of a story there. We would pass each other for several weeks. And in the beginning, I would always say, morning, and she'd sort of nod at me. And that's fine, kept it going. You know, out at 5:30 in the morning, and some strange man saying good morning to you is a bit of a daunting thing, and I get that. But then, this one morning, I was on the opposite side of the road, and I was walking up, and she looked up, and she looked at me, and she put her hand up, and she waved and said, morning. And ever since then, we always pass, and we say good morning. There's a strong chance I'll pass her this morning. The thing is, appreciating all these things in life, all the small things which may seem insignificant, being grateful for what you already have got in your life, actually makes a massive improvement, because it lifts your mood, as in it makes you smile a bit more, it makes you a little bit more happy. And trust me, when you're carrying that throughout your day, it ripples out. Kindness ripples out, and you actually end up being kind to other people. I started giving to charity more and to the homeless, and as a result, letting more people out at junctions when I'm driving the car, and I see them then doing it to other people a little bit further down at the next junction. So it just goes to show, kindness does ripple. So why not give it a go? You have nothing to lose other than being out in nature, being happier, getting a bit fitter, and it might just inspire you to do more healthy things in your life, because it certainly has for me. Push-ups I started doing, as well as the walking, every single day now. I do push-ups every day. Now, despite that, I knew that there was one more thing that wasn't quite right, and that's been what I eat, the nutrition. It's never been the best, but I've struggled to sort of do it and keep it going. However, a week and a half ago now actually, something changed. I downloaded a calorie tracking app, and it has been a life changer. It really has. And since using the app, I've had an absolutely perfect week with 95% real, genuine whole foods. mostly, but the point is I've stayed within a calorie range which has enabled me to lose weight. And the first week, last week, thought it was £5, but it actually worked out to about £7 or £8. And I could not believe how much weight I'd actually lost as a result of doing that. See, it actually forces you to make better decisions, because you know you've only got, for example, 2,000 calories a day to eat, and it works it all out for you. But it tells you how much is in each food. There's even a barcode scanner, and you just click on it, it opens your camera, you point it towards the barcode, and it instantly pulls up a picture description of the actual product, and it tells you how much is in a portion or a unit. It's really good. It's called NutriCheck, but it's actually forced me to really focus on what I put in and what I'm eating. And every single day since starting it, I have kept within those calories. And I've even had days where I've had something from the fish and chip shop, but I've tried to go for the healthier option, like a chicken kebab, which is just chicken meat, which is quite healthy, and salad, and like a wrap or a pita bread. So it's better than going for all the deep fried stuff. Anyway, I'm going to crack on now, and I'm going to get on with the rest of my walk. But thank you for sticking with me on this little video. And if this is your sort of thing, changing you into a better version of you, just hit that subscribe button. It helps me grow the channel. I need to grow the channel to reach more people, to share the message of what I'm doing. 336 days today of walking 10,000 steps every single day. So thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.